Hi everybody, my name is Newell Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to take a look at our urban worm bag that has the European Nightcrawlers in it. Now if you watched my video last time for my last update, which I think was about, let me just see here, 23 days ago, we added a lot of pre-compost to this system. So I had actually inundated the top with pre-compost, and I'm hoping that this really was a good material for the worms to just eat at and chew through, and hopefully they expanded in population with these European Nightcrawlers. Now, obviously that hasn't happened over about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, so it's going to take more time than that for them to multiply, but at the same time, I'm hoping that it's a really good food source and really allows them to sort of expand and grow and sort of maneuver around the bin more than they have in the past, because before, they were really sort of all staying in the center underneath the opening where we were feeding, but this time it was the entire top was food. So with that, let's go take a look at the system, see how it's doing, and then we're going to add in a large section of watermelon that's currently frozen, and that's going to be the food for the next, probably 2 to 3 weeks, because it's a massive piece of watermelon. And then with that, I'm also emptying out my freezer, which I've had going for years, but without having with one of my kids off at college, and the other one not eating as much, and us having another refrigerator that's kind of smaller, we don't need this large freezer anymore running. So I'm going to finally unplug it, and since it's been in my family for now 20 years, and before that I bought it at a house or was in a house that I bought, I should say, and it's probably 70 years old, probably this freezer. So with that, we're going to unplug it, and we'll see what we're going to do with it in the future, but I don't need to store food anymore with using the food cycler either. So I just don't have a need to really have that plugged anymore, which is a good thing since it uses about 2 to 3 kilowatts per day of electricity. So with that, let's go take a look at our system and see how it's doing. All right, here is our urban worm bag. Let's go ahead and open this up and take a look and see how it looks inside. And you can see, first off, there is a little bit of moisture on the lid here, so we had a good amount of moisture around the... Ooh, wow, we got a spider in here too. That happens sometimes, that's fine. But look at this. Actually, there's a couple worms moving I see right now. Nothing else on top, but it looks very moist all the way around, including the edges. So this is not dry material over here on the side. Sorry, I just felt like I poked something. That's just my hand grabbing on something right there. So by the way, as I've always said, I do recommend gloves. Ooh, I think these are kind of translucent. These don't look like potworms to me. Those do look like baby European Nightcrawlers. At least that right there. They're not the thin, spindly worms that I've seen in the past, which I know are potworms. And it looks like we do have, I want to say that these are babies. These are not white. They are really kind of a translucent color. And there are a lot of them in here. So, and this looks very healthy. Really good material. This is the pre-compost. I think that this is just, well, this one right there, that kind of looks like a potworm a little bit. But a lot of these are a little bit more translucent than I would think for potworms. And I think these are baby worms that are in here. I think this material is perfect for multiplying. I think it's a perfect ready to consume. And I don't know if you can see it in here, but there's a ton of castings mixed in with this right here. Oh, look at that. That worm right there is bulging out. That one's probably going to lay cocoons pretty soon. So I think this is a really, really healthy system right now. And we're just going to go ahead and move this off to the side a little bit. Dig down in here. You can just see, look at this. We're finding more and more baby worms in here. Some of these probably are potworms, but as I said, some of these look a lot more translucent. But like right here, I think this is a baby worm right here at the tip of my finger. So there's definitely a lot of activity going on. Even if they're not worms, potworms still break down the material that's in here. Is that a piece of plastic? I still don't know how some of this plastic gets through my... I'm not grinding up anything that should have plastic in it. There's a piece of plastic right there, though. I'm not sure where that came from. I'm just going to take that out and put that off to the side. Just like that. I was going to say, nothing I'm grinding up should have plastic anymore. And see this one, these look like potworms to me a little bit more. They're not. They're a little bit more whitish in color. But look at this. You can just see this. Now this bin really needs to be harvested. It's very compacted. We're just going to go ahead and move some more stuff off to the side, though. Again, look at all the worms that we're finding in here, too. They look nice and healthy, really large. Not to say this, they look really good, too, for this system. Actually, before we dig up the center too much, let's just take a look at the side here. So the side, we still have got a lot of cardboard. You can still see, I mean, look at this. There's all these have got to be potworms, I would think, although I just don't know. I mean, worms can be, they're supposed to be sort of pink to translucent, and these look more translucent than white. It's just the fact that we've got really bright lights in here, which I think make them look a little bit more white, although these are moving a little bit more like potworms, I feel, with the way that they're moving. But I have to say, they're really healthy because they're really big, which is a good sign in there. You can see them on here. This is actually an avocado peel that's still left in there. But right now, all that matters is that they're breaking down all the stuff that's in here. And they'll multiply, but I'm hoping that the European Nightcrawlers will also be multiplying in here. That is the plan, is to have a lot of European Nightcrawlers. Let's just go ahead and check over here. You can see this material in here is just at the bottom, though. It just looks great, but we're starting to get... Hold on here. We've got some shirt in here. Just shake off all the stuff. So this is a leftover shirt. Again, I did not cut off the stitching, and the stitching is usually not a real cotton. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out. Hopefully there's no worms caught in there. But when I find stuff like that, I try to remove it before it gets too ingrained into the system here. But this material just looks great. The pre-compost definitely is helpful. But yeah, I think we are breeding a lot of potworms in here. Now, this system does need a harvest pretty badly. We're getting up really high in the system. But with that, we're going to do one last thing before we maybe do that, because I need to... You can see this is getting really, really full here. Look at that. It's getting quite compacted in the bottom, so we really do need a harvest, but you can tell that that's pre-compost right there. And what I'm trying to do is get a little bit more room in here so I could throw this watermelon in that I've got, because I got half a watermelon, and then, as I said, I can shut down this freezer I've had going for years, especially with the high energy prices. It's kind of nice to not have to have this refrigerator going. Is this another piece of plastic? No, I just think that didn't break down, I guess, huh? So it's really interesting that this is, I don't really use, this doesn't look like plastic to me. It's not really breaking down either, so we'll just leave that in there. We'll see if that'll come up through the bottom, if anything. All right, so that's, I think, big enough for our watermelon here. I'm just going to go ahead and clean off my gloves a little bit. I'm not going to add too much moisture. See, those look like potworms to me. But anyhow, as I said, I'm not really worried about potworms or not potworms, but it's just nice to know. I'm going to add some cardboard here because this is a frozen watermelon, as I said. That's why it was in a freezer. So I just want to kind of get a slight barrier of cardboard going, because we're going to go ahead and load this up. And again, this is some of my cross-cut cardboard. All right. And this is the watermelon. As you can tell right here, it's a big piece. It was one of the watermelons that went bad before I cut it up. It was already rotting when I opened it up. I didn't realize it was going to be that way. So there we go. We've got some barrier on the bottom. I'm going to put a little bit of stuff around the top like that, and then we're going to bury this in here, and that way it shouldn't attract any bugs, shouldn't be any issues with it being in there. But it's very important you bury your food when you have food like this, and this is going to shrink down a whole lot, so I'm going to kind of pile it up on top a little bit here, because this is we're going to get some saggage, but I know that this is going to also break down and collapse inward. So with that is my update for this system. The system looks like it's doing really well. I'm very impressed with the pre-compost. I'm hoping that we can maybe add some more things, maybe figure out like what's really causing the potworms to take over instead of the worms themselves. And hopefully we can kind of bring this system around where we've got a lot of European Nightcrawlers, because I really do want to start expanding my systems again and maybe doing some more videos and testing that I used to do in the past. So with that, thank you for watching. Please watch my other video on how to set up a urban worm bag. And you can see I just let the spiders go in here, because fruit flies, they were crawled right back into the system. I guess I wanted to go back home. Fruit flies, fungus gnats, always good to have some spiders to take care of them. As you can see right here, this is bulging a little bit. But check out my other videos on how to start an urban worm bag if you're interested in doing that, or a vermin bag, or biochar, which I didn't add this time, but I do like adding to my systems, or pre-compost that I add. I'll try to link some of these videos down below, or maybe in the corner over here or over here as well. I'm not sure which one, but we'll see. But either way, check out some of these other videos that I have and keep watching and keep learning.